Hey everyone, and welcome back to Teddy's Movie Club. Now, I know I haven't been doing my bi-weekly watch piles for the last few weeks, but today I'm gonna do a bi-weekly watch pile month, and I'm also including the last 2 weeks of October, so part 2 of October and the whole of November. Right, okay, the first start I'm going to start with is the DVDs, well, Blu-rays and 4Ks that I've watched. Not so many Blu-rays and 4Ks. I did a lot of streaming this month. So the first one up is It Came From Beneath the Sea. Sorry if there's glare. My lighting's not the best. I've just got my bedroom light on. Have watched this before, but you know, I wanted an oldish type of movie, and this was only about an hour and a half, so it was a quick watch. Basically, scientists come across this giant octopus and who starts taking down starts attacking people and rips half of the Golden Gate Bridge down, I believe. Then we get into the 4K of Barbie. I did watch this. I never saw it at the cinema because I never got a chance to, but I watched this, loved it. I thought it was a fun flick. I love my girl Margot, you know, Ryan Gosling was fantastic in this, you know, especially that Ken song. Everyone was going on about that Ken song, but I did kind of like it. But, you know, I had fun with this. Yes, some people didn't, you know, some people said, you know, about the message behind it, but I don't go looking for messages in films and, you know, deep diving into, you know, backstories and all that. But, you know, I thought it was a fun flick and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, the next one is an hour video. Society. This is a weird film. I think I did talk about this, but I can't actually remember. But it's a weird film. But then, you know, certain hour titles are quite weird and abstract. So if you like weird, give it a watch. I did get it in a previous sale, I think last year, only for about £8. So, you know, I'm glad I didn't pay full price. The next one I'm gonna have to cover up a little bit because it's got you know, rude parts on it. So, but this is an indicator film that I'm going to be talking about next. It's in a box set of the Blood and Terror. I think I've got it all covered up. It's Satan's Slave, I believe. Hopefully I've got it all covered up so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. It's basically about this 19-year-old girl who is going to be turning 20 in a few days, and her and her parents get invited down to their uncles, you know, her uncles, and they haven't seen each other for years, and yeah, it's basically all a trap to sort of, well, sacrifice her to the devil in order to get the uncle's wife back. The parents end up dying in you know, the parents aren't around in the film for too long. They literally pull up to the mansion and they burn alive in the car, which is horrible, but no, not a nice way to go. So yeah, basically a bit of a weird film, but then again, what can you expect with certain titles? Well, I'm just gonna put up my list of movies and streaming shows that I've watched now. I'm gonna have to turn on my voiceover, so apologies if you do hear it, but I am gonna try and turn it down as much as possible. Okay, from Netflix to start off with, I watched Fear City, New York versus the Mafia. I may not be able to remember very much of certain stuff because obviously I've watched it for, you know, a couple of weeks ago, but I did really enjoy this. This was I was in a mode of mafia / gang drug lords, so I did kind of like this one. Then another one on Netflix is Drug Lords, Season 1 and Season 2. I believe these were only about 4 episodes. Yeah, 4 1-hour episodes each. So again, it had stuff like El Chapo, which we might be coming back to later in the video. But I did really enjoy that. I was, Netflix was just having like a lot of limited series on drug lords and gangsters, so I went a bit mental. Then I watched The Meg 2 on Prime. I did rent it. No, I didn't rent it. I bought it because, it was before the DVD came out, well, the Blu-ray. So I bought it on Prime, and then I watched it a few months ago, and then I watched it again. Then I watched Megan again on Blu-ray. I love that film. I can't wait for 2025 for Megan 2. Then on Now TV, I watched a film called Sick, which is set in the 2020 pandemic. It's a slasher film. It's quite actually good, America got it, I think last year or maybe early this year, and they actually got a physical release of it on DVD. So we've only got it on streaming if you have Now TV, but it's actually a good little watch if you haven't seen it. And then on Netflix again, I watched Inside the Real Narcos. Again, another drug-related program. I went on a massive binge watch of drug-related programs. And Netflix again, The Business of Drugs. Yeah. And then today I literally completed, again on Netflix, season 1 of El Chapo, which I just told you. So that's my computer. I did tell you a minute ago that we would be getting back to El Chapo. Yeah, but there's 3 seasons and they're about 9 episodes each. I think each season. So I've just completed season 1. Loved it. I got to end of episode 9 and it's just like, you can't leave it there. I need to know more. So I know obviously how it ends, because obviously other drug programs that I have watched have, well, told me. But I just like, this series is actually quite good. Then again on Netflix, I've done a lot on Netflix in this month. So I watched Crack Cocaine, Corruption and Conspiracy. This speaks for itself already. Again on Netflix, I watched Squid Game season 1, and I'm on episode 7 of 9, so I haven't quite completed it. But I haven't watched that new Squid Game, the challenge, because obviously I've still got to watch the original Squid Game. Then I rented it on iTunes. Saw 10 or Saw X, whatever you like to say. Loved this film. It was a blast of fun. I mean, that eyeball scene. Oh, yuck. Again, on Netflix, I actually watched the film on Netflix called Talk to Me. And I may or may not be getting it as a Christmas present because I did really enjoy it. So, and then on Disney Plus, another streaming service, for a change, I watched the show of Auntie Edna, from The Incredibles. It was just a couple of minutes that I just wanted to watch it again. It was quite funny. Back to Netflix, we've got, I might not say this right, Madoff, the Monster of Wall Street. All about the Wall Street crash, and obviously someone said they could, obviously Madoff said he could take your money and invest it, and he never did, so he was a liar, and he actually went bankrupt and ended up in jail. Okay, I already put that one up. So I've obviously put Barbie twice in here, so... Oh no, because I wrote it down and then I showed you the DVD, so my bad. Showed you that. Oh, again on iTunes, I rented Rosemary's Baby because everyone was talking about the new 4K film coming out, and of course I wanted to check it out, but I wasn't prepared to buy it first if I didn't like it, and I loved it. So I'm now gonna possibly pick that up in the future. So another one from iTunes, I rented Mean Streets, because obviously Second Sight are doing the 4K for over here in the UK. In America, they got it on the Criterion Collection. I watched this last night, and don't hate me, but I wasn't really a fan of it. It was alright, but you know, I wouldn't say it was the best sort of not drug, sort of like gangster film that I've watched in the past. So, I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but maybe if it was on TV, you know, I'd maybe watch it, but I'm not entirely sure. And then the last two I've already showed you because I had the Blu-rays. So yeah, that was all I watched in part 2 of October and, well, the month of November. Sorry, this has been a bit all over the place. I'm going to try and edit it the best. Just like my computer went off, my phone kept going off because... So, and... yeah. I think I watched a lot. I watched about like 21 or 22 things, you know, in the last few weeks. So, I don't think I did all that bad, but just like some of the series were, you know, and they're quite, well, if they're an hour long and 9 episodes, and then obviously if it's a season... Sorry guys, I just need to take a swig. Yeah, if the episodes are like 9 to 10 episodes long and an hour, and there's multiple seasons, they do they do tend to take up a bit of time. Anyway, sorry about my coughing and spluttering all over the place. Hope you're alright. Hope you're having a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. It's nearly Friday. It's nearly time for the weekend. So, yeah. I'll talk to you later. So I couldn't think of a better way to end that. I was like, brain just went. And so...